my. Oh, my. Welcome in. The Eric Zane Show podcast from beautiful Fear Bunker North. Smack dab right next to Range 40 in Grayling, Michigan. Now, you know the grayling is a fish. It used to populate the rivers here. It's called an Arctic grayling is the name of the fish. And this town was named after that stinking fish. But the fish are like not around here anymore. You know, they used to live here and then they killed them all. They didn't like fish the rivers to get rid of grayling fish. What happened was this is timber country still to this day. And they go ahead and, if you see logs going down I-75 on a truck, it's because they came from somewhere up here. Well, back then, though, they would chop down all the trees of these logging camps. They would have railroads at the logging camps that would go directly to the rivers. And then they would throw the logs into the rivers. And then, well, the amount of logs, sometimes there'd be a log jam. It would take an incredible effort to unclog the river. There's so much timber in there. Well, what happened was all of the timber basically turned the lake into the river into something that had a lot less oxygen or some shit like that. All the timber fucked it all up. So these fish are like, yeah, we need to, you're wrecking the ecosystem. So, but back then, when this was happening, they didn't have like a Greta Thunberg. You know, can you imagine if someone like Greta Thunberg tried to get these loggers to quit throwing logs into the river back in whatever year it was? My God, that'd have been lights out for Greta Thunberg. I'm guessing you wouldn't hear of her anymore. But anyway, I didn't really wake up today and say, I'm going to give everybody the history of the name of where I'm at right now, but that is where I am. The world-famous Fear Bunker North. You can see behind me the old stove. This is a 1951 Pontiac Chief. Has nothing to do with the former General Motors automotive product. Pontiac Chief. I guess this is a mobile home. Used to have wheels on it. And my dad towed it up here, and then it's been here ever since. It is in the state that the state it was made is the state that it's in right now. It hadn't changed. And my dad put this gigantic Dr. Seuss roof over it, giant peak on it to keep the snow and the elements off of it. And that has made it to be pretty pristine. It's pretty nice. I kind of grew up here when I was a kid. I was 5 weeks old, and my mom and dad brought me up here. Ryan references the murder mattress. Yes, there is a murder mattress in here. I had to get a new mattress, so I did what you're supposed to do when you need a new mattress. Get it off Facebook Marketplace with what appears to be brains ground into it. Now, I want you to know that I do this podcast, and the unthinkable has happened. They said it would never happen. Pooh Bear slept in this trailer. Can you hear me? She can't hear me. Yeah. Now, I didn't show her any of my moves because I do have new moves that I have to break down to her. But it didn't get that far. But, so, I don't know what came over her. We slept in the back of this thing, and she's like, because there's a bedroom back there. So I don't know what came over her. I think part of it was because of the sleeping arrangements here in the RV, the NFK is sleeping in our bed. I know. We'll change the sheets for sure and throw the mattress away. Speaking of murder mattress. Now, that would mean we would sleep in the spot over the, where, the people drive. It's a Class C. We would sleep up there, which would be tough because Bruce is used to sleeping with us, so we'd have to put him up there. We'd have to put Darla up there, and it's just a pain in the ass getting up and down from that thing. And she goes, well, let's just sleep in the trailer. I go, what? Are you, huh? Now, for those who don't know, she swore this place off because there had been mice in here. And we've had some success in keeping the mice out because I think it is the entry point, and I blocked it off for those little fuckers. So far, so good. And she actually said, she goes, I'm actually experiencing anxiety that I'm going to be attacked by a mouse. It's like, look, dude, let me just tell you, even if there are mice in here, when I walk in, they aren't showing their face. They're not that bold. It just doesn't work that way. Got up here late last night. Well, not that late. I did a test at 10 p.m. to say hello to you all. Played some Run DMC, and that was it. Good to go. Halfway up here, an old injury or old issue surfaced again. This is the craziest thing, and then it happened again this morning. My jaw locked, like the left side. You've heard me complain about this before. It's been a problem for as long as I can remember. And I suddenly, it feels like it's basically dislocated without getting too deep into the details. And you have to wait for it to settle down. All these muscles and things are all wound up in there. And then when you try to open it, eventually it's actually going to pop and make a weird pop and crack, but it's not like crack your knuckles crack. It's like, what the fuck was that crack? And so between your lower jaw and your skull, there's this little disc called a condyle made of cartilage. Mine actually slips out of the spot where it's supposed to be to provide a cushion between your lower jaw, your mandible, and your skull. It's like a shock absorber. And mine moves to a spot it's not supposed to be, which means the hinge on my mandible bone is touching the bone on my skull. That's exactly what's going on. Imagine that. So then finally, after, massaging my face and wondering, it's very stressful. It just puts me in a bad mood. I can barely concentrate. And all of a sudden I tried to open my mouth and bam! I was like, oh my God. And then I woke up again today and I could sense it was going to give me trouble again. And sure enough, from 7 to 7:30, I was like, God, I hope my mouth starts working. I can't do anything. I'm like, I can barely get the coffee into my mouth. Can you imagine me losing the one thing that is non-negotiable? And then not being able to do this. Oh, hey, I can't do my show because my jaw's dislocated. Amy suggests with a question, is this a result of the new moves? No, I wasn't no. I got shut down. No new moves. Though I do have several new moves, and I offered the new moves and was told, no, I'm not interested in your new moves. And then she says, you don't have any new moves. You haven't had new moves in 32 years. And I'm like, that's bullshit. There's all sorts of new moves. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I do a lot of research on these moves. But eventually made it up here. Good to go. Set up the gear. Got the NFK. Got 4 dogs. Ryan says you could just make throat noises and attempt to speak without moving your jaw. I'd watch. A lot of questions about the moves. New moves north. I see a comment. The mice don't want you doing that kind of thing in their house. I got I don't want to know what the NFK is doing in your bed, nor do I. I have a warning system behind me because Queen of the Forest is back there. And if she wants to get up, she's going to have to go get like coffee or something like that. She's going to have to walk through here. And I told her, I go, all right, well, just give me a heads up. I'll know you're there, and then I'll turn the camera off because I know how it is. You know, ladies don't like to be seen at certain points of the day. And I think one of those points is right now. Various comments I can't read. Because she's there. Thanks. Kenny writes, I saw my back and neck x-rays yesterday. My spine is an absolute POS right now. Yeah, well, so the doctor took a look and saw that it looks like a jigsaw puzzle. I wonder if it's, from going to the stupid concert or if it is always a little bit jacked. This is a work in progress. How this is going to work out is it's going to take you like 60 years to get healthy. And then 1 minute after you are absolutely perfect, where you've lost all the weight and your spine and your neck are fine, you're going to be 114 years old. And then the doc, and then you're just going to croak. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Speaking of Kenny, he sends me this every year. It's a photograph that with my poverty internet, it's having a hard time opening it. Come on, man. Aha. No, that's not it. Let me see this. It's worth it. Do the Kenny. Rick is going to join us today via FaceTime audio. Looking forward to that. All right. Come on. Let's go. No. In theory. So annoying. I can't stand it when this happens. 10 years ago today. Yeah, you're going to get blue balled. I had it, and now it's gone. Well, anyway, it's a picture of Kenny and I the first time we met 10 years ago yesterday. I was in Nashville at, what's the name of that place? Dick's Great Outdoors or some shit. So Easy, Kenny, and then the twins, and any old Joe. One thing I pointed out was, hey, wow, I still have that shirt that I'm wearing in that picture, but it doesn't fit anymore. My fat ass is so round that that's not a thing. He's like, yeah, mate, I still got my Big Lebowski shirt. I don't fit in it either. I go, well, no. Kenny at that point in time, 10 years ago, he looked like a bouncer. But one of those bouncers who's not like jacked or ripped, just a bouncer who's just a little porky. I got the pic. Here it is. There you go. Look at me. You see, when you're well, that was 10 years ago, so I was only 43 years old. God damn, I am aging rapidly. Oh, shit. shit. And look at Kenny. He looks like just a little bit of a Porky Scott Ian from Anthrax back in the day. Look at these two fuckers. I don't know about Greg Shorts. Joe, God knows what he did when we weren't at this location. Maybe some snowballing was in his future. Who knows? Thank you, Kenny, for sending that along. All right. You don't need to see my email. All right. Kenny writes, I never went to a brewery in Nashville, and I never went to Freeburn Hot Wing Show after Eric was fired. I guess there's, I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Kenny says, I'm telling you the truth. I hated Freeburn Hot Wings for firing him. Well, technically, they didn't fire me. You know, I repeatedly broke the rules, you know. So no big deal. Nobody cares anymore. We're going on 8 years since that all happened. Holy shit. Okay. I get into this stupid story. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. And, you know, this is a perfect example of how you throw stuff online and hope that people pay attention to it. That's literally the lifeblood of what I do. If I have eyes on me doing what I'm doing, that's great. And it just happens in weird ways, I think. And this is one of them. It's some serious coattail riding, but it didn't start out that way. It's okay. When I saw the Oliver Anthony song and heard the Oliver Anthony song, Rich Men North of Richmond, it's like, God, this is an excellent song. It's fantastic. I love how this guy is really, troubled and speaking from his heart. I didn't go so far as to say it's like some type of right versus left, conservative Democrat song. It just seemed like a guy who was singing about the things that are upsetting him in his life. And that's what I loved most about it. Also, part of that story was how he had a scheduled concert at a farmer's market somewhere in North Carolina last Saturday or Sunday or something like that. This is like 3-4 days after the video was published for the first time, and it immediately, like overnight, he was an overnight sensation. And he's even bigger now. Well, at that farmer's market where typically he plays in front of 10 people, there was thousands of people there. Jamie Johnson comes on stage. It was really remarkable. And he went from literally just nothing to the #1 song on iTunes. So can you imagine that? Just all of a sudden you have that overnight success. I think one of the most staggering things about that is, the speed at which that happened is unbelievable. And 0 radio play. None. And that is once again gives you an idea of how this as a medium, the internet as a medium, has so much more promise to it these days than anything else that exists in the world. So you have the medium, the internet, and then this guy's song, which is the #1 thing. I mean, if this guy can't play guitar and can't sing, no one gives a shit. So it starts with that. The simplicity of playing on his property with, a burnt out car and a dog and a deer blind, tall grass, just a guy and his guitar, and the powerful lyrics. It's fantastic. So I did a stupid video where I just say, oh my God, you're going to love this guy. Let's watch it. And then I'm like, oh, man. And you've seen a lot of reaction videos. We talked about it yesterday, too, reaction videos, how I love reaction videos, especially black people reviewing white shit. But then I talked for 3 minutes after saying, oh, my God, I love this. And then that was it. Well, yesterday I talked with you about how when I went to bed Wednesday night, there was 200 views on my video, and it had been up for several days. And then I got up Thursday morning, and it was several thousand, like 5,000, 6,000. It's stupid because now today, it's even more ridiculous. And I think that my video is somehow showing people this guy's song for the first time because there's a lot of people sharing it. And because if you were to go to the original video, it has millions and millions of views, like tens of millions of views. So I don't know how people are seeing this for the first time, but I guess that just goes to show you that, not everybody gets these, what blows up in front of them as quickly as I may think. Because even since I've been talking to you, there's like another 1,000 people have looked at this video. So 24,000 people have looked at it right now. Sean says Zane tried going viral in a small town. Now, in addition to people watching the video, I've had a large number of people who have followed my page, my Facebook page, and okay, so you don't know me. If anyone by chance, if there's any of those people that followed because of me reviewing the Oliver Anthony song and are now hearing my words and seeing my face doing this show, I can imagine, because it's really mixed company. These are people who don't know me at all. And most of the people that listen to my show, know to some degree my history because of the radio days. So you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. But these folks don't. So I see all these different people following from different parts of the country and even the world. I'm like, man, when they get a hold of me, they're gonna immediately unfollow me. Because a lot of the people that are following Oliver Anthony. Oh, hey, you want me to shut the camera off, or are you good? Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. Queen of the Forest is here. Did you sleep okay?
I did. It's cozy back there.
She says it's cozy back there. So, when can I try my new moves?
I woke up in the middle of the night. Has this ever happened to you?
What? Come over here.
No. Has this ever
Okay, well, I'll have to paraphrase. Go ahead.
Has this ever happened to you?
Uh-huh.
A shooting pain up your butthole?
She just said, I woke up in the middle of the night. Has this ever happened to you? A shooting pain up your butthole. That happened? That actually happened.
So bad.
Is that why you bring that up right after I talk about the new moves? Do you think I put my ding dong in your butthole?
Well, that's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like. How do you know what it felt like? Have you had someone put their ding dong in your butthole?
It hurt so bad. I had to rub it.
You had to rub it? You had to rub your actual butthole? God damn. The fuck is wrong with you? You've been in the room for 10 seconds and you're not even on camera and you stole the show, you asshole.
It's true. Uh-oh.
What? Don't worry about that. It's just dirt. All right. Off you go.
I'll go see my brother.
All right. You might want to help him with that coffee maker. You know how it leaks?
He's got cold.
All right.
Leave these guys in here.
Pardon me?
Leave these guys in here.
That's fine. Remember, I eat ass.
What?
Okay, see ya.
You eat ass. Yes. I'm gonna go get their toys and bring them back later.
Okay. Queen of the Forest, checking in. So what the fuck is it going to talk about? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Will Diana be at the car show? You know, I sure hope so. Hi, Darla. Let's get out of there. That's a mess of cords. You don't want to step on something. Oh, God. If she stepped on that plug strip, we're out of business. Ryan says, I hope these new people are watching today. They need the max headroom experience of the Big Fraud Zane show. That has to do with the fact that I'm up at Fear Bunker North and it glitches The video, I think the sound is okay. But the video might be a struggle. Satellite internet is pretty much shit. Okay? I've been selling my soul, working all day. Something for bullshit pay. Just want to hear a little bit of it. I love that song so much. Share it with you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Oliver Anthony, Rich Men North of Richmond.
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
I love that song. Stevie writes, this is awful. Hold on a second. Get the fuck out of there. Goddamn dog. All right. So welcome if you happen to be one of the people that love this guy. And you're checking out my show for the first time. You're in for a shock to the system. And why I say that is because a lot of the people who love Oliver Anthony are conservatives. And that's not me. You know, you're going to hate me because I'm rumored to be a libertarian, but I'm not. Okay? I am culturally liberal, fiscally conservative, but not stupid, which that's why I can't be called a libertarian. I don't like to have any label on what I am conservatively or politically. I just don't. It's just me. I had some dumb shit the other day say, "Oh, you're a lib." I was like, "No, you fucking asshole. I don't want Joe Biden in there, that piece of shit. Are you crazy? You fucking asshole. No." But anyway. So I just found it remarkable that this thing has taken off like that. I should not have that many people paying attention to me. It doesn't make any sense. So, well, either way, I love Oliver Anthony. I wanted to actually read something to you because he has taken some time to write a little bit about himself. And so you can get an idea of where this guy's brain is. Now, if you didn't love this guy before, you will after you hear this. He writes, "It has been difficult as I browse through the 50,000 plus messages and emails I've received in the last week. The stories that have been shared paint a brutally honest picture. Suicide, addiction, unemployment, anxiety and depression, hopelessness, excuse me, and the list goes on. I'm sitting in such a weird place in my life right now. I never wanted to be a full-time musician, much less sit on top of the iTunes charts. Draven from Radio West Virginia, that's where the video was published, and I filmed these songs on my land. with the hope that it might hit 300,000 views. Radio West Virginia, by the way, is pretty prominent. Like they have a number of these similar style bluegrass and Appalachian style music artists on there. And similarly, just guy guitar, girl guitar, maybe a couple people, maybe a trio, picking and grinning, that sort of shit. And a lot of people watch those on Radio West Virginia. I still don't believe what has went on since we uploaded that. It's just so strange to me. People in the music industry give me blank stares. Listen to this. When I brush off $8 million offers. So that would mean that he has been offered that type of coin in the last 10 days. He says, I don't want 6 tour buses. I don't want 50 tractor trailers and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering from mental health and depression. Now, that right there might be the single most important line in all of this. He captured that anguish and sang about it. That is the truest, simplest, most beautiful, pure thing when it comes to creativity. Taking that, putting it on its ear, and dealing with it that way. That is incredible. What a thing to say. These songs have connected with millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. No editing, no agent, no bullshit, just some idiot and his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place. So that being said, I have never taken the time to tell you who I actually am. Here's a formal introduction. My legal name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford. My grandfather was Oliver Anthony, and, quote, Oliver Anthony music is a dedication not only to him, but 1930s Appalachia, where he was born and raised. Dirt floors, 7 kids, hard times. At this point, I'll gladly go by Oliver because everyone knows me as such, but my friends and family still call me Chris. You can decide for yourself. Either is fine. In 2010, I dropped out of high school at age 17. I have a GED from Spruce Pine, North Carolina. I worked multiple plant jobs in Western North Carolina, my last being at the paper mill in McDowell County. I worked third shift, 6 days a week for $14.50 an hour in a living hell. In 2013, I had a bad fall at work and fractured my skull. It forced me to move back home to Virginia. Due to complications from the injury, it took me 6 months or so before I could work again. From 2014 until just a few days ago, I've worked outside sales in the industrial manufacturing world. My job's taken me all over Virginia and into the Carolinas, getting to know tens of thousands of other blue-collar workers on job sites and in factories. I've spent all day, every day for the last 10 years hearing the same story. People are so damn tired of being neglected, divided, and manipulated. Probably by big-mouth Armenian podcasters. He writes, in 2019, I paid $97,500 for the property and still owe about $60,000 on it. I'm living in a 27-foot camper with a tarp on the roof that I got off Craigslist for $750. There's nothing special about me. I'm not a good musician. I'm not a very good person. I spent the last 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown it. Okay, now these words here, this is going to get him so many more accolades and, dare I say, poon. Because as soon as guy or girl goes vulnerable and says, yeah, I'm pretty fucked up, oh, my God, people love you even more. Because everybody can relate to that shit because we're all fuck-ups to some degree. I am sad to see the world in the state it's in with everyone fighting with each other. I spend many nights feeling hopeless that the greatest country on earth is quickly fading away. Now, I don't agree with that. You know, I hear that a lot about people saying, "Oh, man, we're going to fight. We're dying." I don't believe that. It's just that it's easier to be loud these days and to get the attention that you want. But, you know, I think there's a lot more to it than that. I don't think anything's fading away. He says, that being said, I hate the way the internet has divided all of us. The internet is a parasite that infects the minds of humans and has their way with them. Hours wasted, goals forgotten. Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I see the boomer bunker. Loved ones sitting in houses with each other, distracted all day by technology made by the hands of other poor souls in sweatshops in a foreign land. Now, I kind of hate that line, okay? Because most people would have the tendency to go, he's right, man. He's right. Fuck that. The internet rules. I love the internet. It's not the internet's fault that normal people don't say, hey, put down the fucking phone. We're going to go take a walk. Hey, you two. The internet's fantastic. The world is closer and better because of it. So I'll have to challenge you on that one. May not have worked out for you, but actually it did. If you didn't have the internet, you wouldn't be able to share your story. So, I don't disagree. I don't agree with that at all. When is enough enough? When are we going to fight for what is right again? Millions have died protecting the liberties we have. Freedom of speech is such a precious gift. Never in world history has the world had the freedom it currently does. Don't let them take it away from you. I don't think it is. Just like those once wandering in the desert, we have lost our way from God and have let false idols distract us and divide us. It's a damn shame. I think he did a good job. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but I like that he introduced himself and talked about who he is and what he's all about. I can appreciate that. Boy, this guy having so much thrown at him, I don't know where to be. I don't know if I can understand where he's going to begin. I mean, what do you do? He doesn't want any fame and fortune or anything like that. Now, honestly, if he wanted to, he could just do nothing different. He could just link up his AdSense account on YouTube and put out a song a year or a month, and he could easily live off that. Not a problem. Put it on Spotify. When you're the number one artist in the United States right now, maybe the world, I don't know. And you have no overhead. All you have to do is put a camera in front of you, pet your dog, shoot a video, and then do what you want to do. I mean, the guy's a farmer. He can live off his land. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he does do that. And I think that would be so fucking cool. It would be ridiculous, in my opinion, for Oliver Anthony to be at the fucking Staples Center, I want this guy wearing boots with holes in it, wearing a beat-up T-shirt surrounded by German Shepherds. If this guy gets his hair cut or cuts his beard off, I'm like, fuck! You sold out! I want this guy living by, like, kerosene lantern. I don't know if my little heart can take him, like, driving a car newer than, like, 1999. Kenny says, all right, that's it. I got to have a fudge round, damn it. Various people are talking about whining, describing that as whining. Hey, you're a whiner. And stop whining about fudge rounds and fat people. If that was a great line. What was it? Because you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds. Taxes ought not pay. He worked ought not pay for your bag of fudge rounds. People got pissed off. Hey, get out of there. People got pissed off at that line. You can't make fun of someone on welfare. Such beautiful music, but he's still blaming the world for his problems. It's not the world to make you whole. That's your job. Now, that's true. I didn't say I agree with him. I just said he's just singing about what is upsetting to him. And I can't say that if you're going to sit there and bitch that you had to work overtime hours for $14.50 an hour. Well, you know, you did do that. You put in place it wasn't bad circumstances that made that happen. At the start of the game, Oliver Anthony and you have the same playing pieces. It's like when in Monopoly, you all start out with the same money, and then you decide what you want to do. So it is a little bit whiny, I have to admit. But I like that it helped him. It made him feel better. When it comes to paying taxes, I said this yesterday, I love taxes. If we didn't have taxes, we wouldn't have the great shit that we have. Okay? Corey says there should be limits on what you can use an EBT card for. And there might be. I don't know if that's a fact that you can go buy fudge rounds on your EBT. But I do know that when you're hungry and maybe a little dumb, and fudge rounds are $1 for a whole box, and you think, boy, I don't have anything, and all I want is these fudge rounds. And, sometimes healthier food is a lot more expensive than a box of mac and cheese. I don't know. I'm just glad that this all exploded so that we can talk about it. Kenny says you cannot limit the foods people purchase, if that's what you mean. All right. Well, that is the NFK question. Is the NFK streaming content on his Nintendo Switch or something? It must be acting glitchy. When I was in high school, I had some folks come in and buy case after case of Mountain Dew with a food stamp card. They proceeded to pour most of it out in the parking lot and come back in for the bottle deposit money. Insanity. Shit. All right. And like I've said before, nothing is perfect, but it's still better than everyone else. All right? We do the best we can. What are you guys doing over there? All right, I hope that doesn't break out into a hump fest behind me. Welcome to the show. For those of you enjoying the show, right now, either a bad fart or another hidden pile of shit. I hope not. Enjoying the show on Facebook. Twitter and YouTube. I'm going to say goodbye to you. Remember now, I have a Patreon, and I depend on you to check it out for free. 7 days free. Sign up at patreon.com/Eric Zane. I do a daily extra podcast when this one is done. All right? On Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. And a number of other shows that I put up there during the week. Not this week, unfortunately. But thank you so much. Consider trying out Facebook or, Patreon for a free week. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. As always, download the audio from this show. Just search Eric Zane Show wherever you download podcasts. I'm saying goodbye to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube now. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Reminder, next Thursday, the car show starting at 5 p.m. at Irvine's. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Thank you so much for being here. Your old pal EZ, I've often said, the few dozen people that follows me on Twitter, on Twitch, live every day, If anybody on Twitch sees this, like, God damn it, there's only like 3-4 dozen people watching them. I know I'm doing my best, but I am building it slowly. For the last 2 days, I've averaged 40 plus. It's never happened. Never happened. Very thankful for that. Hopefully, day 3 is today. Thank you for following on Twitch. Hold on a second. Hey! No! No. We're not going to do that. Corey knows. Average 70 for a month. Like 30 days in a row, 31 days in a row. And then I get partner. Wow. If that happens, it seems like I'm at a pace for that to happen in about 30 years. Kenny says maybe you should try playing some video games. Hold on. Hey! No! Stop it! Fucking dog. Old man cussing out Donkey Kong on Twitch. Shut up. All right. So the guy who is in charge of like alerting the public in Maui, if you saw this is the guy, he's like public enemy number 1. One dude, if there's like an emergency, he pushes a button and the sirens go off. And since this fire broke out and all these people died, that's been the big question. What the fuck happened? Well, now there's a logical answer to this, which when I heard it, I was like, well, why is everybody giving this guy shit? Well, he just resigned last night. I quit. And he said, yeah, just some health concerns. Now, the health concerns are that someone's going to kill him because they all hate this guy. Audio check, video check. Here we go.
For the head of Maui's emergency management agency is stepping down a day after defending his decision to not use the emergency sirens as an out-of-control wildfire engulfed Lahaina.
Now, you think that sounds ridiculous. Why would you not turn those on so these people can know? But I'm telling you, there's a logical explanation here.
Citing health reasons, Herman Andaya submitted his resignation, which is effective immediately. Now, at a press conference yesterday, Andaya was questioned about his qualifications and leadership in responding to the fire disaster. He said the sirens are mostly...
It's kind of like health director for Ottawa County.
...used for tsunami warnings and said use...
There it is.
He said the sirens are mostly used for tsunami warnings and said using them would have sent people fleeing to higher ground toward the fire.
That's it. If I turn these on, they're all going to run towards the fire. So he was like, well, what do I do? So he opted, and it's a tsunami warning. It's not a fucking fire warning. As soon as they hear that, that was at the early stages of the fire. No one knows it's a fire. They think it's a tsunami. So they head to the hills. Oh, no, they're dead.
Now, when asked if he would make the same decisions in a similar event, he said he would. Maui Mayor Richard Bisson says he will replace someone in this key position as quickly as possible because of the gravity of the crisis. He said he'll make that announcement soon.
Meantime, the death toll from the fires remains at 111. Maui police say 40% of the disaster zone has been searched. The Lahaina fire is 89% contained. Stats for the upcountry fire
still burning,
broken down into 2 areas, with the Olinda fire at 85% containment and the Kula fire is 80% contained. Hawaii's
Look at that.
And
wow.
Announced a third-party private organization will conduct the investigation into the actions and decisions made by state and county agencies in preparing and responding to the Maui wildfires. She said having an independent party conduct the review will ensure accountability and transparency. The governor said the information collected will be used to improve emergency preparedness going forward.
A lot of people were dogging Joe Biden. He may have gone there now. I don't think he did, though. They're like, why hasn't Joe Biden been here? Now, I mean, if I'm there, if my house is burned to the ground, I don't give a fuck who comes. But I guess that's something you're supposed to do when you're president. Now, I imagine Biden would actually walk towards the flames or throw himself in the ocean or wonder where he is. And when they say Hawaii, he's going to say, what's that? Or he'll be like happy to see fire because it's the first time he's seen it. He doesn't know what it is. But a lot of people are giving Joe Biden shit because he hasn't been there, you know?
The investigation will most likely take months.
At least 3 of the victims killed in the Lahaina fire were residents at a senior housing complex called Hale Mahaolu Eono. Families were frantically searching for their loved ones after the blaze.
All right, this is all fucked up. I don't need any more information about it. I just want to get to the story about the guy who is being blamed for everything. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? That's a tsunami siren, for God's sake. Come on now. When a president goes to a disaster area like that, it can actually cause a lot of problems because they have to do all this security stuff, and it takes resources away from the rescue effort. I think he's going on Monday, according to Linda. It was a hurricane event during Obama's visit, and they asked him not to come because they couldn't spare the resources. They're giving him shit because of the no comment when asked about Hawaii. He said no comment? Call of Duty says Biden wouldn't know the difference between Hawaii and the Arctic. Sean said, did he think the sirens would be like a siren song drawing sailors into the rocks? Like, what the fuck? No, he explained it. That's exactly what it would do. If you turn on the siren, that's a tsunami siren. They run towards where the fire is. I don't think that's enough to convince you guys. All right. God, what the fuck else was I going to say? I had something. My brain is just going in like 5 directions today. What was it? Oh! My God, there's a massive hurricane that is moving towards California, and it's going to hit like Southern California, like San Diego or some shit. And these desert areas are expected to get 1 year's worth of rain in one day. Now, these are very dry areas where, you know, if they get an inch of rain, they get a landslide. So this is not good. This is not good at all. This massive hurricane, it's like a category 5 right now. Just this monster. That's very rare. I don't ever remember a hurricane actually hitting California, but I guess it's happened. Typically, it's the old Florida, Florida and the East Coast, and then the Gulf of Mexico states. But, this one is going in now and is going to fuck up a lot of things. I got a lot of family there who are going to be affected by this. But that is 150-mile-an-hour winds right now on the eye wall of this one that's headed in. Kenny asked about the wildfires. Did they not use cell phone alerts? That's what I don't understand. I don't know. Ryan says Biden needs to be counting Fruit Loops at a retirement home. Let's be honest. He can do nothing to help the Hawaiians. All right, I'm going to get Rick in here from TC Paintball. And I want to talk about, let's see, what did I tell you I was going to talk about, Rick? Oh, shit. I sent the email to myself. Well, I guess we don't know what we're talking about. I don't even know if this is going to work, frankly. I'm going to get Rick on Oh, shit. I don't think it's going to work. I have the wrong equipment. Damn it. Hang on. Damn it. Period. Spoke too soon. Wrong piece of equipment. I'm up north. I will make it up next week. False alarm. Rick will not join us today. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. Britney Spears is getting a divorce. Actually, Sam Asghari is filed for divorce. He says she's over-sexualized. Like, ever since she got out of the conservatorship, she's been, like, over-sexualized. You constantly see her, like, she wakes up in the morning, she dresses up like a stripper and does a pole dance and posts it to social media. This guy's had it now, this Sam Asghari. By the way, in this clip, you forget she is a millionaire hundreds of times over. And if you're her family, they let her out of the conservatorship. And as predicted, everything goes to hell. I was talking with that piece of shit, Bleeding Heart Brian, and back then, and he was like, "Oh, this is terrible that she's still in the conservatorship. She's her freedom is being kept from her." It's like, dude, there's a reason for that. She's crazy. This is not a sane person, okay? It's not like she's Blindside, where she actually Blindside, as you know, is in that conservatorship, and he's getting out of it right now. But that whole thing was different. He thought he got adopted. So Sam Asghari, her husband, is telling people he believes Britney cheated on him with a staff member at the house and engaged in other inappropriate sexual conduct as well. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Sam has claimed Britney asked at least one staffer to shoot video of her naked. Not only that, TMZ was told Sam believes she hooked up with at least one of the male staff members working at her house. As for how Sam supposedly knows, sources say he claims there's footage of Britney and the dude together in a compromising position. We're told Britney's in a fragile and hypersexualized state, and it's contributed to her dangerous decision-making, making her a risk to her own safety. Sources say Sam acted as a crutch for Britney for a long time, but her recent conduct was too much. We've reported Sam has been over the marriage for a while now, and recent events were simply the last straw, leading for him to file for divorce. Boy, I didn't see that one coming. As we reported, Britney's now without a support system. She iced the family out, doesn't have any real friends, now has lost Sam. We're told there's a serious concern from her loved ones, but at this point, there's not much I can do. And that's, I'm being a smartass, but that's true. This could lead to her doing something even more fucked up. Don't mind me. I'm sending a text to Pooh Bear. Please come get O'Neill. I think he has to take a major dump, period. He keeps farting in here, and it's like pure shit. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Hey, speaking of Blindside, Blindside had to tell... Oh, God damn. O'Neill, holy fuck. Okay, I can't concentrate. Oh, she's coming to get him. Okay, good. Because he's literally right below me at my feet right now. So the fart air is actually going around the turd, gathering as much stench as possible, and then leaving his asshole and right up to my face. Here she comes to save the day. I'm not kidding you. Look, he's down there. He's farting, and it's there's so much shit right at the edge of his asshole. Oh, my God. Can you smell it? It's horrible.
Go. Or, O'Neill, God damn it.
O'Neill, get the fuck outside.
O'Neill, go. O'Neill.
Oh, fuck me. You're going to have to put the coffee down. All right. Is he out?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Can I tell you an NFK quote just now?
Yeah, what is it? It's your audience members. Diana wants to give me a quote from the NFK.
So he had the cupboard open because he was trying to get a spoon down to his coffee. And it kept shutting. It doesn't stay open, so it kept shutting. He goes, when someone opens you, you're supposed to stay open, you son of a bitch.
The NFK opened a cupboard, and it would close on its own. It was frustrating him. So he had a conversation with the cupboard and said, when someone opens you, you have to stay open, you son of a bitch. Can you,
Come with me too.
huh?
Benny wants to come with me too.
Okay, can you get me one of these? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my God, you're so kind. New moves tonight. All right, I've been podcasting for going on 5 years, and one of my favorite things of all time is the fact that HelloFresh is part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Now, let me get to the chase here. Cut to the chase. No one says get to the chase. Let me cut to the chase here. You're going to end up going to HelloFresh.com/Zane50. And then you'll also use the code Zane50 for 50% off plus free shipping. I'm telling you, man, oh my God, this amazing, amazing product is delivered right to your door. The cold stuff stays cold, and everything else is sent to you in pre-portioned packages so that you can cut down on all the extra garbage that you would have to buy if you were making these amazing recipes from buying stuff at the grocery store. And then it's just incredible, the stuff that you can make. Make your home the hangout place all summer long with crowd-pleasing eats, from a backyard bratwurst bar to tangy key lime pie. Can you imagine making key lime pie? HelloFresh Market makes summer entertaining a cinch. HelloFresh, take a bite out of summer, from chef-crafted seasonal recipes to their new fresh and fit summer menu. HelloFresh brings flavor right to your door. One of my favorite things is when you plate the food and whoever you're serving it to is like, what the heck? Did you do this? Did you buy this? No, I made it. It's HelloFresh. And you do it all in the comfort of your home, featuring quality proteins, fresh produce, and plans for many lifestyles. It's no wonder why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane50 and use promo code Zane50, Zane50, for 50% off plus free shipping. Once again, HelloFresh.com/Zane50, and then use the code Zane50 for 50% off plus free shipping. EZ loves HelloFresh. Under the stars. She said, I'm not going to get a mosquito bite on my cooch. God. Instantly smells better in here, but still deadly. I have a headache from that fart. Twitter wants Sandra Bullock to give up her Oscar for Blindside. They're like, yeah, Michael Orr, everybody took advantage of him. You got to give your Oscar back. I'm sorry. She still acted in the film. The only part she didn't act in was when she was looking at Nick Saban and she was talking about how horny he was making her. Oh, that's ridiculous. Even the guy who played Blindside, he's some big black guy. I forget his name. He said, yeah, shut up, everybody. My God. And by the way, I don't, Blindside's going to get fucking blindsided in court over this deal. Someone is saying Blindside is like Juicy Smoulier, the French actor. Blindside line. There's a story in Vox about the Blindside's white savior narrative built on a lie. Was it built on a lie? So I don't think it's. I think they're just kind of breaking it down. All right. On Tuesday, the family released a statement through their lawyer, Hollywood legal bulldog Marty Singer, who is also representing Lizzo and has represented Bill Cosby. The family alleges that Orr demanded $15 million from them, according to TMZ. Speaking of Lizzo, Pellerito posted to Zaniacs, former Zaniacs United, a movie that he made with all of the former Zaniacs, and he posted it to Castaways United, and it's 20 minutes of all these people getting together at Pellerito's house. He starts the video with a clip of me, which it so doesn't work, but he did it because they actually had a We Hate Eric Zane party. Now, if me it's a 15-minute video with all these fat asses and playing like, what is that song? God damn it. Rock Me Baby Like a Wagon Wheel, whatever. Old Crow Medicine Show or some shit. He shit? Okay. Yeah, that was bad. Where did he go? Do you think he shit in the woods or did he shit
Over there. Like, just
off the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
Oh, thank God. That was so bad.
Text me if you
It's like he actually took a shit in my nose.
Benny's with me. He's
Okay.
in my camp.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for this. So fucking, you got to see this video. How do I get it? I gotta email it to myself. You got to see what I saw. It's so ridiculous. One of my moles sent it to me. This is going to be a bit of a wait because the internet is so slow if I send it to myself. But you got to see this damn thing. Copy link. Yeah, it starts with me. So you're getting together with all your friends. And you're going to, probably go intimidate some black people later on. And it starts with my voice beating up Pellerito for being a dumb shit. And then the next clip is one of the scarecrows of the many that are littered all around the property at the We Hate Eric Zane party. And then it's various shots of these people getting together with Rock Me Baby Like a Wagon Wheel interspersed throughout it. And it's all this feel-good vibe. And Creepy Dean shows up with another shirt with his sleeves cut off so he can show his pipes to everybody. All right. I'm getting it ready. Give me a second. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it says ad break ends in 46 seconds. That's good. This is the party that they threw. Mike made this really long video and of them having fun. Let me see. Audio check. Video check. Here we go. Okay. So when you all, I wasn't kidding. It starts with me. All are with Mike Pellerito today. I gave him the opportunity to say whatever he wanted to say. Mike's a gutless child.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
Look at there's he's got a lot of farm animals on his property. Which is good because when they're all drunk, someone's going to want to fuck at the end of the day. Look at, there's your first Eric Zane scarecrow. You thought I was kidding? It says no parking, don't cross the line. Ha ha, fuck you. I don't know, this is a homeless person. That's Mike's house right there. That's where he lives. Look at. There's Kate. There's Kate. Look at her. That is the wife of Stafford Township Councilman Paul Creer. Look at the Krantz. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's the Krantz cut. It used to be called a Karen, but she has this extra short buzz thing at the bottom there. You won't find that on a Karen anymore. You got to go with the Krantz. So that's what. There's Kate. Yep. Planet Fitness Strong. There's Dean, and there's Jessica. Hi. God damn, I don't know why the car's listing. There's Melinda. Ha ha. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at Dean. Looking a little soft. A little soft, Dino. I think Lisa was just adjusting her bra there. Look at, she's adjusting her bra. I love you. We hate Zane. Oh, yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that Eric Zane, I say. Tell you what, you keep my name out of your mouth, Eric Zane, you motherfucker. That's her. So I saw all this bullshit and watched all these hilljacks, this pack of people, this dozen or so, who are disgusting human beings. And now since my mole sent me the, what do you call it? The link, I could look at it. And though it's on Castaways United where I'm banned, I was able to actually post a comment on the video, which is good. You know, again, this all comes to us because of them taking a run at your old pal EZ, countless runs at your old pal EZ. And when I finally had enough, after all the people coming over my house, invading my space, trying to fuck up my life, you know, I that's it. I can't do it anymore. I posted a comment. I wrote, "Oh my God, somebody get Lizzo to body shame these people." Just curious where that's going to take me now, because I don't see that it had a lot of action. I wonder if there was a comment or something. Any follow-up from them, because they're not going to like that. Heard rumors we had an Eric Zane hate fest party here a few weeks ago. Multiple easy scarecrows, easy hate banners, and piñatas for a bunch of entitled trash people. All right, that's good. Yeah, they ignored your old pal Easy. I'm surprised he didn't dump the comment. Anyway, carry on, you all of you. I'm glad you're still here enjoying the show. I need the help. I got to stay over 40 viewers, so I appreciate you all being here. Chris says they just want to be left alone. That is not true. That is not true. Then maybe if that was true, they wouldn't put me at the beginning of the video. The first thing, not fat people hugging each other, not bad haircuts and ugly dudes who look like pedophiles. No, me. That doesn't really ring to, I hope you're being sarcastic, that really doesn't ring true to they just want to be left alone. If you do this, okay, Chris says, yes, I'm being sarcastic. Not true at all. If they do, for every one thing that they do, I will do 10. Okay? I will obliterate you. You have no hope. You have no chance. Okay? None of this would have happened if you fucking assholes had just not been a bunch of idiots. Fuck you. Chris says your picture is a cover photo for Castaways United. Ryan says, I only imagine they made that video hoping it would slip into your hands. I disagree. I disagree with that. Tyler says, I'm glad they all chose the side of the cone-headed horse jacker and left. Yeah. It was kind of gross seeing them all. Oh, God. BW Ionia says, damn it, I had to step away and missed it. Yeah, you missed the review of the big Zaniacs United audience members. And you know what? They are. They are members of the audience. I was talking with Jamingo yesterday. I had a long talk with him. I'm not even kidding. We established a common ground. And that I said to him, I go, John, you and I, he goes, when are we going to do a show together? I go, well, let's let the dust settle, and we will. And it'll be great. Because you're an idiot. And it'll be a very good show. I've never said you don't have abilities, Bigo, but you're going to screw the pooch. Why? Well, I go, well, your crew is your audience. They're already doing it. I can tell in the chats of what they're like talking to you directly. Like they're in charge of you. When they find out that we do a show together, or if they even hear talk of it, it is not going to be good. They are going to be very, very upset with that. They're already trying to take ownership of that show. Like the other day, John was yelling at Bob for, well, you know, Bob being Bob. Useless. And Nick's writing, stop it, John! Knock it off! It's like, no, you don't. That's you're out of line. That's not your role. You sit there and enjoy the show. That was the only interesting thing on the show when John ripped Bob a new asshole. But that is true. I had a nice talk with John. I don't even know if we had a common ground on anything, really. Let's see. Key points of this. If I can be serious, he says, I know our show is small. No, I don't want to read that one. I don't want to unpack all of that. We had a discussion about race. By the way, one thing he did say is that he feels bad about calling Stevie a skunk-headed bitch. He actually feels bad about that. And I believe him. As soon as he said it, I went, that's not adding up in my mind. I think he was just caught up in the emotion. Well, then you should say something to her. I wrote one thing we can agree on. Stinky Dean's, not Stinky Dean, Creepy Dean's into raping kids. He says, we don't agree on that. I was making a joke about a friend. You took my joke and made it a fact. And by the way, we could be talking about any Dean, which I don't believe to be true. That day, Bob and I were working on a sound issue, and I never thought anyone would watch. That asshole Soft Weekly showed you that. And I go, yeah, but bullshit. You actually doubled and tripled down on your original comment. And he wrote jokingly. And I wrote, yeah, well, despite Kate screaming at you through text, you doubled and tripled down. It was a victoriously awesome moment that I will cherish forever. He says, I know you will, you prick. One thing you did say, I agree with, we would do a good show together. I followed up first with, and at no point did you say, I am joking about saying this. And I said, oh, I guarantee it. After the dust settles, we will do a show together. However, you may have a rebellion on your hands if you do that. What will those souls do then if Fuckface John and I do a show? I think it would be very good. I really do. John is, okay. He has no issue looking like a dumb fuck, which is what I do every day. No problem with that. Doesn't give a shit and just says what's there. Okay? If it pops in there, he's using it and talking about it. And to me, that is a content driver. It doesn't matter if it's fucking a lie or crazy, or as long as it's the only thing it cannot be is boring. Which is why Bob struggles. Bob is hot wings. Okay? Oh, my buddy Aaron's calling me. Hold on a second. I'll call you back. I don't think I need to say I was joking because I was being outrageous. That he maintains that. It's like, dude, you're saying with a straight face that the guy that I have said many times is a creep. You described him as a sexual deviant. And then when one of your cronies says, no, he's not, you disagreed 2 more times. And then Bob jumped in and blinked his way through a comment about him agreeing with you. And then you guys finally said, oh, yeah, he means no harm. He's joking. It rang hollow. It sounded like he was a creep. God damn it. So, no, until otherwise proven, Horsejacker's a creep. Tyler says that did not at all sound like a joke when he said that. Ryan said, oh, come on. Now, you're giving this Bob Feller a lot of credit. Hot Wings at least knows some English. Stevie says, skunk-haired bitch was a bit much. Why couldn't he have called me swamp hair? That's more accurate. I love your hair. Well, the worst part about him calling you skunk-headed bitch was that Miss Planet Fitness was there, and she had the same hair. She has her dark hair with a rogue stripe in it. So that's why that was so fucking funny. All right. Damn it. Another day where this show is just getting away from me. I haven't once talked about my amazing sponsors. First off, t-shirts and merch at ericzaneshow.com. Get a mortgage from the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035. That's the legal. Mortgage rates are, they're fucking horrible. Like 7.09%. They do that. They started doing that years ago, a couple years ago. Let's cool down everybody's spending. Let's make them not spend as much. Well, congrats. I don't know why that's great, but it's supposed to slow inflation. So you will pay more for your loan. However, it won't stay that way forever. Eventually, we'll be back down to the 2.5s for a 15-year fixed. So right now, you can get into a loan, and then you're going to refinance as the credit score, as the percentage rates drop. But if you want to get into a home right now, please consider, no matter where you are in the United States, reaching out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. Thank you very much. King's Room Barbershop, my latest sponsor. I'm so proud of that because, honestly, when I started podcasting in this forum after BBL, they were one of the early ones that I pitched this show to. And they said, no, not now. Here we are now. Got them. I'm so happy. So King's Room Barbershop, guys, and Lisa, is the place to get your hair cut. They have a location, Northland Drive in GR, Caledonia on the south side, and right in the middle, Wyoming. So for the rest of August, they're still at Rogers Plaza. That's kind of like that Poverty Mall, you know? Then they're moving out of there because they've decided they want to own their own building. They're 5 minutes away on 36th Street next to the costume room. Guys, get a haircut at King's Room Barbershop. There's no reservations or appointments. You just go. The longest you'll wait is like 15 minutes for a haircut. If once you go there and you love your stylist, you can then go to the website kingsroom.net if you want them to cut your hair again. You know, you're like the same person cut your hair. All the schedules are there. Their website is fantastic. It's really easy to navigate, and it looks great too. King's Room Barbershop. So if you like going to Jude's, if you've gone to Jude's before, or you've gone to Lady Jane's before, or Sports Clips, don't, and go to King's Room instead. And when you do, if a person named Colleen or Andy is cutting your hair, those are the owners. Please mention my name. If it's not Colleen or Andy, tell the stylist to tell Colleen and Andy that EZ got you to come to King's Room Barbershop. Thank you to them. I'm so happy. They're awesome. They also do the with Jason. God damn it. Jason Eller, Locks for Rock. Wait a minute. Rock for Locks. The Rock for Locks event, where people who have long hair, they get their hair cut for free and then donate it to Maggie's Wigs for Kids Michigan for kids who go through cancer treatment or whatever, and that causes them to lose their hair. Maggie's makes these fantastic wigs made out of your hair. In fact, Kent's son donated his hair. He was like he's like a young school age young man, and he was like all scared to get his hair cut because he's a young guy, and put on his brave face, got his hair cut, and then looked like a champ after. I want to get my hair cut. Well, Andy says he's going to cut my hair from now on, and I'm going to do it on video. And I said, well, I've been cutting my hair for years. He goes, I know. I go, how do you know? He goes, I can tell. I go, how can you tell? He goes, I cut hair for a living, Eric. It's lacking. I said, can you make my hair look like Sandra Bullock's deceased partner, the guy that just died last month? So I want him to try that. That guy's hair is awesome, or was. Crazy. He had ALS. Did you follow? I think we talked about it. I feel so bad for her. She finds love post, what was the name of the guy who I think she was married to some guy who'd ride, like fix Harley Davidsons or something like that. Some mechanic, some asshole on TV. And then didn't he cheat on her with That chick who, like, Dita Von Teese. What the fuck was that guy's name? Bobby Flay? Jimmy Jam? I know it's not Bobby Flay. Hey! Jesse James. Real dirtbag. And then she finds love with this dude, this photographer, and then he gets ALS. Jesus. All right. Anyway, I want Rick to cut my hair like that guy. Kenny, I watched the guy who watched the black dude reaction to Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name of. Rob TV. I watched him watch Bulls on Parade. Love that. Love that. Black people reacting to white guy music is the best. So cool. All right. The fuck was I going to talk about? Hold up. What are you doing? Darla. Rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Okay. Texas woman awarded a certain amount of money, I'm not going to say yet, after ex-boyfriend put nudie pics in a public drop box. Isn't that like revenge porn? Is that what that is? I've heard about that where like you're dating a guy and you might send him a sexy picture of your boobie or something like that. And then he saves it. And then the, what do you call it? The relationship doesn't work out. And then he shows everybody. That's like illegal as fuck, I think. This happened in Texas. Ex-boyfriend shared visually intimate material of her online and in emails to her family, friends, and colleagues after they broke up. The woman's ex, Marquez Jamal Jackson, allegedly put the images on multiple social media sites. This is where Jamingo would call this guy the N-word. In a publicly accessible Dropbox folder and on an impersonation page of a porn website. What the fuck are you doing? Darla. He also told her she would, quote, you will spend the rest of your life trying and failing to wipe yourself off the internet. The woman's lawyers alleged. It only took the jury 30 minutes on the, this is the point in the trial where they're deliberating the award. Okay, get out of there. Get out. You know, can't you just lay down? This guy is on the hook for more than $1 billion with a B dollars. $1 billion in punitive damages and $200 million in actual damages, referring to mental anguish she has suffered in the past and will suffer in the future, according to court documents. Now, I think we need to know. I mean, if I'm on the jury, if I'm deliberating, I would need to actually see what's going on, because if it's just a boobie or maybe a lip or two is exposed and a bit of moisture, but if it's full on, like she's getting pounded and there's a cucumber up there or something, or a zucchini, I mean, that's you gotta. What my point is, we gotta get real down and dirty as to in order to determine a fair award. And I don't know if that's fair. A $1.2 billion. I mean, how's he gonna pay that off? Let's do some easy math here. $1,200,000,000. Divided by 50 years. That means each year that guy's got basically this guy has to make an NBA team right now and be the greatest basketball player ever for the next 50 years and give every penny that he makes to her, $24 million a year for the next 50 years. That's the only way he can do this. Jacob Schiffer, one of the woman's lawyers, from the law firm Jacob Schiffer and Paul Brains. That's the Schiffer Brains lawsuit law firm. God damn it. Shut up, Eric. Said the case was a deterrence case, not a money case, adding that the lawyers learned early on that the defendant did not have assets. Okay. So what's the point here? Do they go, oh, well, this guy only has like $50 to his name. So then they award her something that's will never see the light of day? I don't understand the law sometimes. I would think it would be more painful if, this guy with his earning potential, that of a Castaways United member, basically just take half his money for the rest of his life. 1 in 8 Americans who use social media have been targeted by non-consensual porno. And women were about 1.7 times as likely to be targets as men. I think that as a culture, we're kind of getting used to that. Sending porno or porno being made available. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys suddenly an image of my dick showed up today. I wouldn't be surprised if the next job that you apply for, the guy you're in HR is like, all right, well, you've checked all the boxes. Let's see your vagina. All right. So let's just search for so-and-so's vagina. There it is. You got a nice vagina. Well done. And you go, thank you. I've been working on it. All right. Well, we're going to give you our welcome packet. And good job. Congratulations. You're hired. Yeah, nobody cares anymore. Jackson and the woman got into a relationship around 2016, spent a few years. They officially ended their relationship in 2021. Jackson became delusional and paranoid and believed that the woman had started a relationship with a mutual friend. That's when the sharing of the material started. The irony now, according to the lawyer, Schiffer, is that when you Google that man's name, what comes up is a $1.2 billion judgment. So the internet bites back. Until he pays this off in full, he will forever have this lingering over him. Well, he's never going to pay it off. Total idiot. Speaking of which, content creator I Show Speed is going to have to change his name to I Show Dick. I'd never heard of this guy. Amanda loves all of these famous internet people. She follows them. Like when Kai Cenat, that story broke, she's like, oh yeah, I watch all his shit. I don't watch any of his shit. This dude, okay. Before appearing to cut the stream short, I Show Speed said, oh my God, and looked shocked. He often makes headlines with his exhilarating and humorous content on social media platforms. He has 19 million subscribers. 19 million. Again, I've often said I am not the guy to sit there and turn towards any content creator online and say, well, this sucks. This is ridiculous. I can't believe anybody likes this. You sound like a feeble old asshole when you do that. Most people get everything they consume online. It's getting more incredible. This is why I challenge Oliver Anthony about the internet being bad. The internet is awesome. It continues to get better. When just some dumb fuck is making so much money. My God, I can only imagine. I would want to interview internet sensations like this just to ask. It's like, so I want to dig deep on the nuts and bolts of how you're running your business and income. I'm very curious about the money made, because you get somebody like this I Show Speed. He does anything, and he's going to have 500,000 people looking at it within seconds. It's remarkable. Think about that. When I was on the radio, I wouldn't have 500,000 people hearing my voice in a week over all those little teeny tiny radio stations that were part of the network. I know it has a lot to do with they were all little teeny tiny radio stations with small listener bases. But still, I think the most we would get in a month, and it was bigger back then when things like this didn't exist, internet streaming shows, was maybe a couple 100,000 ears on the show by all audience measurement estimations. Hang on. That was my hard drive. Oh, fuck. I don't know if that's going to work anymore. Ah, shit. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. This isn't the most secure setting here. By the way, I'm going to bring up a dedicated kit up here so I don't have to bring all this shit up next time. God, I hope I didn't break that thing. All right. I'm very interested in how they do this. But anyway, on Wednesday, this dude, I already forgot his name, I Show Speed, was playing a video game called Five Nights at Freddy's. The character called Chica appeared on the screen. And I guess Chica is like a hot video game character. And a shocking moment was captured as Speed, whose real name is Darren Watkins Jr., shouted, "Oh, Chica, I miss you. I'm about to F you, Chica. Oh, shit. This dick up in you, baby." However, he was like doing hip thrusts, and he had on a pair of boxers, which that opening where your ding dong can fly out of is very suspect. And this gigantic dong came flying out, man. Oh, my God. And exposed himself on the live stream before appearing to cut the stream short. Speed said, oh, my God, oh, my God. Now, this might be planned, okay? Because I don't know about you, but if I'm a guy like him, and I know that if I do that hip thrust, I know that my ding-dong, it in its ampleness will come flying out. It'll burst through that seam. That might be hilarious and get idiots like me to talk about it. And it worked. Now, you all know about this guy, I show speed. I show speed and I show dick. So let's get into it. It's a quick clip. God, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing today. Corey says these people that are that big, they get banned for a few days, and then they gain thousands of subscribers while they're banned. So I would have to show my penis. All right, let's get into this giant dong. Audio check. Video check. This is him. His eyes are, he's got giant eyes because he sees the hot chick in the video game. Okay, that's way too loud.
Oh, shit, his dick open, you baby.
What happened?
Oh, wow. Look at that thing. Look at that dog. That thing came flying out. Now, I don't even think that that's a stiff one. I think it's just gigantic. And then he's like, oh, no, holy shit, oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
You look awful.
Oh, my God. Fuck you, Chica. Oh, shit, his dick open, you baby.
What happened?
That is, that's got a lot of people talking. All you got to do is show your ding-dong. You'll be able to make it happen. Good for you. I show speed. Corey says, save this for the Patreon. Too late now. Nah, screw it. Screw it. Screw it. Corey says, slow down, Eric. If you show this dick, that's against Twitch TOS. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. Corey says, women do it all the time with nip slips. I am going to assume that my lack of popularity, this won't be a problem. Next week, Eric live on Kick. Tyler says, let me know when I'm safe, as I'm terrified my boss will walk up behind me and see a huge floppy BBC on my computer screen. It's over.
You suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric.
That's true. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? All right. God damn it. I only got 10 minutes or so left. Let me Let me go through these last set of sponsors, and then we're going to finish strong. Thank you to Berlin Raceway. There is racing tomorrow at Berlin. BerlinRaceway.com. Get your tickets for just $14. 15 and under, free. Parking, free. Bring in a bag or a cooler with all your goodies in it. You can bring soft drinks, no glass, no alcohol. BerlinRaceway.com. One of only 4 weekends left at Berlin. Don't say I didn't warn you. BerlinRaceway.com. Thank you to TC Paintball. Rick, we got to get together and we got to discuss our next paintball war. When is that thing happening? TCPaintballGR.com. Love Rick. Now, if you want to book an event for your crew, maybe the neighborhood kids, boy, they're getting ready to go back to school. You got to get this one in. One last great time. Make it a Saturday. Make it a Friday. Whatever. Spend a little time. Get the neighborhood kids and all the dads. Dads, maybe drink a couple beforehand. And off you go. Playing paintball at TC Paintball. Now, some of these younger kids are like, Yeah, I don't want. I'm afraid it'll hurt. I bet you that's a number one concern of a first time player, a young person. Well, any person. I'm worried about what it feels like. Now, truth be told, sometimes you do get whacked with a full velocity paintball, and it's going to leave a mark. It's not going to kill you. It'll hurt for a few minutes. Well, actually, a few seconds. I gave you 15 seconds. And then you got a fun little welt you can share with your friends. I guarantee you're going to be taking pictures of your welts when it's all said and done. There might be some type of kink going on there, too. You might create a kink. TC Paintball online at tcpaintballgr.com. What I was getting at is the kids can play with the low-impact weaponry. Doesn't hurt. They still get the fun and joy out of playing paintball, but it doesn't hurt. Thank you. tcpaintballgr.com. Blue Frost IT. They are the managed IT service provider for the show. If you or someone you know has a business, having a tech department might be beyond your reach. You don't have the money. However, you do actually through Blue Frost IT. They can be the managed IT service provider for your business. If you ever have tech issues, it's good to have that arrow in your quiver. That's what I was trying to say. Because that's what I do. And if ever there's a problem, since they're part of my show, I can get a hold of them and they can take care of all my tech issues just by logging in. Blue Frost IT, reach out to them at 616-200-8550. Always love for Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Car Show Thursday, baby. I want to see you there. Come see me. The rest of the crew, a lot of you amazing audience members will be there. Last year, it was all chicks and Kyle Ryan. It was Kyle Ryan, EZ, Chicks, and Eric. That would be Megan's dad. Hanging out afterwards at Beltline Bar. That's what we're going to do. Hang out at the car show. You're going to love it. Up to about 20 classic and exotic cars for you to check out. Hang out, and all of it, all the money raised goes towards Harbor Humane. You get to meet Allison, one of our great pals, as well as Megan and Jamie and Eric, world's greatest coffee machine. Get a tour of the new facilities at Irvine's and check out all the fine cars. That is Thursday at 5 p.m. Irvine's Car Show to benefit Harbor Humane. I will be there with you. Last but not least, Joe Martinez is awesome. My God. A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Scheduled maintenance. We're getting close to where we're going to be shutting off the AC, and when that happens, on comes the furnace. Get the furnace tuned up. Reach out to Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579 for any of your needs regarding your heating or your AC systems. All right. Stevie says, I'll be there. Then we go to Beltline Bar, right? Yes, Mama. Amy is going to be there. She wasn't there last year. She's going to be there this year. She says, I'm planning on being there. Hope to meet some of you in person finally. Kyle says, fun little welt. LOL. Corey. New easy segment. Eric reports on online streamers and influencers and gives his old man perspective. Well, yes, I am old, but these are great. That is anything but old man perspective. I love online streamers. They give me hope that even in my little neck of the woods, I can have some success. I need more young people paying attention to what I say. Linda says, I'll be there part of the time. Have a hair appointment out there at 5:30. Oh, my gosh. We can see your fancy hairdo. You should check out Fauci. He's been streaming 24/7 for a month, and it's been nonstop drama on chaos. Oh, my God. I love drama. I love spilling tea. Yes. Fuck yes. He may be bipolar as well, so his mood is constantly changing. Yes, I love bipolar people. Linda says she's not going to get the Krantz cut. No. Only dudes can get the crowns cut. Or ladies who want to look like Lisa. That's the crowns cut. You like to look like a lady. You don't like to look like a woman who has mange. Come on now. It's ridiculous. Okay, there is a new dating app that former Zaniacs are going to want to check out. Thank you to Ashley for sending the story along, and that is worth repeating. If you ever see a story that's interesting or fun, or you think maybe I would talk about it, just send it my way on the Shoreliners Striping inbox, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. She sent it as a dating app for January 6th insurrectionists. Here you go. It's daterightstuff.com. These chicks are looking for the next Mr. Right. Audio check, video check. Here we go.
Today, we brought in a group of conservative young women and wanted to get their honest opinions about what they're looking for in the guys they date. What are you looking for in a partner?
They just have to be a conservative.
Okay. For some reason, out of all these women, she's the one that if they put them all and lined them up, and I didn't know anything, that said, which one of these is a Trumper? I would pick her. Probably because she looks most like women in Hudsonville, who are all like 6'5" and blonde and like really athletic looking and crazy and wacko. That's why I would probably do that.
Have to be a conservative.
Definitely someone that wants to have kids.
I like an independent man. Personally, I like the alpha male vibe.
She likes the alpha male vibe. So a guy does that mean like a tough guy?
I want a man who really loves his family. Definitely someone whose faith is important to them. For me, it's someone who actually wants to meet my parents.
Okay, there's no way that this chick is a conservative.
Why do you want to date a conservative?
Because they're racist and they beat up gay people.
Me, at least I know that we're going to start off with some shared values.
Well, I always love it when I hear conservatives say, yeah, our values. Your values are better. In what way? That's why I would love to pick their brain. What do you mean? Your values are better? Because my values are centered around everyone being treated the same with respect. If they're polite to me, I would be polite to them. If they're different than me, I would treat them the same. I would offer them the courtesy of that. What do you mean by that? Do you feel the same way? Because I'm guessing you don't, because if a drag queen comes walking up to me, I'm going to treat that person a certain way, but I'm guessing you won't because that person's a drag queen. Are those the values you're thinking of?
Conservative men I've dated at least know how to treat me like a woman.
Okay. She wants a conservative man who, because he treats her like a woman. Takes off his clothes and says, now clean it up. Throws him on the ground.
In my
I told that joke backwards.
personal experience, conservative guys have better manners.
I like that they understand their role
Conservative guys have better manners.
in the relationship as a man. I just prefer my men.
I think that was a jab at transgender people.
I just prefer my men to be masculine.
Oh, okay. And not gay.
And what's the biggest red flag when it comes to dating?
Here we go. Well, it's not that his other girlfriend suffered a broken nose and always wore clothes, long sleeves to cover up the bruises. Nothing like that. It's this.
A Democrat. No Democrats.
A Democrat.
Can't be a Democrat.
A Democrat. That's easy. A Democrat. No Democrats.
Okay, now, if I'm a guy and I'm falling in love with a chick and she's a Trumper. No, I can't even say that I would. No, I actually would do the same thing that they're doing. That actually makes sense.
To know.
Find the right match. Download the right stuff today.
Kenny, we need to get you on this just for fun. Linda says, Corey says, not being white. Yeah, I'm out of jokes today, so it's up to you guys. Linda says, the biggest red flag is a Bluetooth implanted in the ear. Dave says, I guarantee you most of these women don't believe what they're saying, and they were paid to do this commercial. Call of Duty, how about no burned vocal cords?
You suck a big butt dick because I know you want to.
No clapped out voice. Kenny says, I'm kind of digging the blonde with the gold top. NGL. Not gonna lie. I didn't know what that meant until I just pieced that together. Is that the one with the big knockers? The one that looked a little more porky? Is that the one that you liked? Because I like that too. I'm starting to like that porky look. I think it's pretty sweet. You know? Not full on Lizzo, but just a little bit of pork. You know, it just seems like I would like that. You know, if a woman could actually, just kind of, if she wanted to, get me in a headlock. Thick with 2 C's at the end. Kenny says full figure, Eric. Yeah, I know, but it's just more fun to say porky. Isn't it? I mean, that's what it is. I mean, come on now. I'll be fucking children here. That's attractive. Dave says, so she wants to be treated like a second-class citizen. Linda says, these women are all stupid. My God. All true. All true. All right. Great job on the jokes today. As always. I appreciate you guys. Oh, no, we dropped below 40 for the back half of this hour. I hope that didn't mess up the average too much. I got a goal to keep it at 40, and I don't know if I will. All right. Your asshole of the day today. Yesterday was poor Kate. Oh, what a slob. It's got to be Pellerito. I mean, the guy cannot get over me. He makes a stupid video of all his inbred group sex fanatics. And he starts it with EZ. I got to specify Mike. Pellerito, Mike. Because I don't want Joe to think it's him. He wouldn't anyway. He's not an idiot. Your TC Paintball asshole of the day is Pellerito for that shit. Okay. That's it for me. I'll join you on the Patreon in just a little while. Thank you so much, folks. Till next time. Nate writes, that's a very nice comment, Nate. Hey, E, you're awesome, dude. I skip everything else to watch this. I appreciate you. Spread the word.